Now, first and foremost, y'all already knew I was gonna talk smack on the whack Big Mac Daddy. Problem first, Poison Pond. This level fucking sucks. This level is ass. Even though there's 2 unguards, there's a shortcut, and there's no secrets you have to find, this level is still the worst in the entire series. 233 levels, and this one comes in dead last. Get it out of here. It's fucking worthless.
The scenes of Cranky Kong talking to Donkey and Diddy Kong feel so genuine, like how an old man would actually talk to the youth. Speaking of Cranky though, the opening of this game is both hilarious and awesome. The game over screen is just depressing as hell. It really works though, and if you're as good at the game as I am, you'll be seeing it a lot.
Mario's got coins. Crash Bandicoot has Wumpa Fruit. Pizza Tower has toppings, and Sonic's got rings. What does Donkey Kong got? Donkey Kong's got bananas. Donkey Kong is doing it the right way. Hold on now, ref. Stop the clock. We're pulling a timeout, flag down on the play. Doing it the right way with bananas? What in tarnation does that mean?
Well, Drip Drop, I thought that was a funny joke that I made. I mean, okay, I didn't make it. I remember hearing it somewhere. I do not remember where I heard it, but it was just meant to be a little fun little joke, and I think you're extracting more meaning from it than was actually there, so I did only write in the script too, and you listed a few of those, like Pizza Tower, which I've never played Pizza Tower. I heard it's a good game. I do want to play it at some point. I think I have it actually on Steam. But aside from that, bananas are awesome. Not sure why you're hating on bananas. They banana flavored things like banana candies and drinks are awesome. I actually have banana toothpaste. If you don't believe me, I'll put a picture of it on screen right now. And that's all I wanted to say. I know I just wasn't meant to be in the script. I just thought it was funny. So the visual style of this game is incredibly cool and unique. Basically, if you don't know, they created 3D models of Donkey Kong and some other assets, and then made 2D sprites based off those models. While this may sound a bit inconsequential, I really like the spunk it added to the visuals.
What do you mean by that?
The first level is already more difficult than most of the levels in the modern 2D Mario games. Sure, Mario is meant for a more general audience, but I don't think it's unfair to call this game pretty difficult by today's standards. Now, that's both a good and a bad thing, so it won't change the score at all. I just wanted to mention it.
Now let's go ahead and take a gander over at this cover art because it's pretty damn iconic. Almost iconic enough for you to forget how kind of disturbing and weird and bad it is. Wow, now that I'm looking, yeah, wow, this is pretty bad. Sitting here looking, the beaver there looks like he just relapsed on meth for the 3rd time this week. Look at the way Donkey Kong's holding those bananas. He's grabbing that one on the back. He has gorilla strength. If this was a realistic picture, those other 3 bananas in front of the bunch would fall off and snap off. That banana stem is not strong enough to hold all those bananas together. This is just an unrealistic photograph. Honestly, the only part of this cover that looks good is the logo and Diddy Kong riding on Rambi. I think that looks pretty cool, even if Rambi does look about as stagnant as Play-Doh. Diddy Kong looks cool, like he's hanging on for dear life. And like I said, I do like the way the logo looks. I like the nice blue and green contrast in the country, and then of course using the OG Donkey Kong logo with the stars as the O's. But even though this is a very iconic cover, I think the later entries do a much better cover, especially Donkey Kong Country 3. But we ain't talking about Country 3 right now, we're talking about Country 1. And in Donkey Kong Country 1, this nigga Donkey Kong, he's got sausage fingers. And they look weird and they look creepy. They look like hot dogs. You know, that might be nice for Candy Kong, but I ain't Candy Kong. I'm Drip Drop, and I don't want nothing to do with them weird-ass, creepy-ass fingers. Please get this shit off the screen, now.
The commercial for this game does not fit the vibe at all. Aquatic Ambience is one of the best songs in gaming. Honestly, the soundtrack in general is pretty iconic. The minecart levels are a great idea for shaking up the gameplay and ensuring that it doesn't get too stale. I love the sound effects in this game so much.
We got immaculate backgrounds and level aesthetics. Oh my fucking god, these backgrounds look so good in this game. Holy shadoobalooble. These backgrounds are so... Orangutan Gang, that's all I need to say. Orangutan Gang has one of the best backgrounds in the entire series. I mean, my goodness, and the games only improve in atmosphere, like every single game, like the backgrounds and stuff look better and better, but for the first game, for the starting grounds of the series, they were off to an incredible start, and even though it doesn't look, as good as games do now, obviously this game's almost 30 years old now, for an SNES game, this shit almost blows anything out of the water. The only games that even come close to having as good as backgrounds as this game's are Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3. This shit is competing with itself, man. It's not even a contest.
Shooting out of a barrel as a monkey really only makes sense in a video game setting, and that's why I like it. The KONG letters that you are given to collect make replaying the game more fun as you have more things to work towards.
And don't you dare for a second forget that this is the birthplace of the one and only Funky Kong, his first appearance here. And how was he as his first appearance? Absolutely fucking peak, spectacular, ultra megastar. We all love Funky Kong. He dominates Mario Kart Wii. In the later games, he supplies us with fucking grenades and rocket launchers. And then he eventually, in the later games, he says, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to be a sideline no more. He jumps into action too, and he becomes a main character to kick ass. And he all started here at Donkey Kong Country 1 at Rental's Funky Flights.
The Kremlings are fun. They aren't as cool as the Kongs, but still. I'm not the biggest fan of the bonus rooms though. Despite their treasures, they always feel like a cheap way of padding game time to me.